Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, hi. Hello there. You're welcome to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Kisiwa, and we are here to have a discussion. But what we basically do here is to share opportunities. So, I usually do study abroad scholarships and relocating abroad in general. But today's video is different. Today's conversation is different. We have here with me one military officer who was a Ghanaian and then moved to the UK as a military officer. So if you are joining us today, then I'm sure you are interested in it or you want to recommend a friend. So that is why you've joined us today. So you're all welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do want to hit on the subscribe button and you can share this video to as many friends you think it will be helpful to. So without talking much, let me introduce my guest for today, and he's in the person of Mr. Richard. So let me add Mr. Richard. So Mr. Richard, please, you are welcome to Jenny with Kisiwa. Please, can you
Oh,
introduce yourself to us?
okay. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm Richard Inti. I'm from Ghana originally, but my hometown is I come from about 3 or 4 hometowns. So one is um Kumasi Asqua. Um,
Okay.
the other one is Ebuaka Agogo. The other one is Nkarian Pasetia, if you know the Nkarian Pasetia is where my mother and my father are there, my parents. And I was raised up from Chuma Agogo, that's Ebuakwa. And our hometown, typical hometown is Asukwa Old Town, where the mall, opposite the mall. Yeah. So that's where I come from. So as I said, I'm Richard Inti um, from Ghana, and
Okay.
to have a discussion with you guys. And also, I thank you, Kesiwa, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. So I wanted to ask, what inspired you to join the UK military? In Ghana, did you aspire to join the Ghana military or any of the security services? It's very difficult joining, but did you ever wish to join the military service in your home country?
Oh, okay. Thank you for this particular question. Um, when I was in Ghana, um, I would say I love to be a military person, but that one started when I was in senior high school. I attended Kumasi Academy Senior High,
Okay.
where I was assistant cadet commander. So that time,
Oh,
the military were coming to train us, and they gave us the opportunity to join the military in Ghana. But looking at
okay.
my, I was saying in Ghana, if you want to join the military, you have to be in a certain standard for your
Yes,
height.
yes.
I don't
Oh, okay.
qualify to. I've seen it, but
Oh,
I was willing to be like a military person. So later on, I decided to join a police because my grandfather was a police officer, and he introduced me to join. But I said no, I don't want to be a policeman. But if I want to join, I have to like finish all my education. Then if I'm going in, I'm going in as an officer. So I decided to do it that way. But later on, it didn't work it for me. So I like I became a teacher. So I passed through training
oh,
college,
okay. Oh,
a
that's
teacher
nice.
at Offin Education, and later on, uh, I was posted to teach under Ghana Education Service. So it didn't
That's
come into my mind to join Ghana Army. That's it.
okay. Okay, that's inspiring. So, please, the viewers out there, if you want to ask Mr. Richard any question, I have shared the link in the comment section. So you kindly click on that, and then I'll bring you here, and then you can ask him the question. You will be in the best position to ask him the questions that you have in mind. So that is it. Now, my next question, the reason why I look down here is because I have my questions here. Okay. So my next question is, what can you walk us through the process of applying to the UK military personally? The process you went through in applying the.
Okay, yeah, I can do that because so far as I passed through that, I should know one or two or three things that I passed through because not everything that I have to know. It's like when I was a teacher back home in Ghana, so there is there is a friend, or I would say um they introduced me that they have a family in the UK who is announcing that the UK army is recruiting and other stuff. So it
Oh, okay.
became like uh for the family alone. So they were um discussing among themselves. So my mom, they are twins. The husband of my mom, the twin mother, um just called me that there's what is going on and they want me to, try. So I went there and I sat down with the family. Those people who were discussing that, I sat down with them and they make arrangement that this hot is going to be like if I pass through, I should pay a certain amount of money and other stuff. Even that time, I don't know anything about the internet and other stuff. So it's like
Oh,
I
okay.
couldn't have the time to look and find out whether it was on internet or something like that. No, I didn't. So it's like the family were leading us. So it came to a point that they gave us the link to work out. So we applied, and as time goes on, they send a message, and you have to go to the cafe. Then you go and send the necessary documents or the requirements that they need to them. So it came to a point that we are not able to, continue on the process because it get to a point. But now that point that it get to, if you ask me, I know because it was just a technical um this thing that you have to put in place to get to that set end. But somebody took us money to do that thing. And that thing that the person took the money, it wasn't anything that was like any difficult thing that you
Costing.
cannot, isn't it? But he collected
Okay.
money to do that thing for us because we
Yeah.
don't do anything. So we were able to sail through, and later on it came to a point that we have to do medicals. So we did the medicals. So we went to Atonsu Hospital. We
Okay.
went there to see one medical doctor who was a lady, and we talked to her that this is the situation. So the moment she saw the form and it was British Army, she also made uh, a certain amount of money. That this amount of money,
Yes, it's difficult in Ghana.
because you know that you are going to travel, and for that
Yes.
matter, you are not going to know anybody.
Yes,
So
we're going to
even if
spend pounds.
it's 100 cities, she will multiply it times five. Yeah.
Okay.
So the process for this one is very simple because
Okay.
the recruitment is coming on the 19th of this month, which is next week, and it will end on the 25th of this month, which is
Okay.
August. So it's like they are taking a limited ones because they don't open it widely because at first they were doing it, but now because of certain things, because you see the blacks or the African guys, that our mentality is different. So it's like at
Okay.
times you shouldn't go there. When I
Okay.
came, it was the COVID time, so it's like we were free to do whatever thing that we were able to do.
Oh,
This
okay.
no more there. So it's like the application you have to go online. So
Okay.
you have to type apply.army.mod dot and dot register. Apply.army.mod eligibility.uk.register. So if
Okay,
you
so
go particular link,
so Mr. Richard, I will take the link and then I'll put it in the comment section. So if they come after the video
okay,
or something, they can click and then go through. So from what you were saying means that you did everything while you were in Ghana. You started the
yes,
process
I
in
did.
Ghana.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
o-
2019.
Okay.
No, I did 2018. I started in 2018.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
started in 2018, but you moved there in 2020 after COVID.
yeah, yes.
Wow. So it took you 2 years.
No, because the reason why it took me 2 years was I got a refusal when I got the invitation to join the army.
Okay.
So
Okay. That was the
later
first
I decided to take a different route. So that one I will come there. That will
time.
be
Okay.
my life. I will come there.
Okay, sure. So I have Mr. Dennis Owusu here. He wants to ask a question. So, Mr. Dennis, please, you can ask your question. You can unmute your. Hello, Mr. Dennis. Hello, Mr. Dennis. Okay. Mr. Dennis, please, you can ask your question. Oh, still on mute. I think he cannot hear me. So let me move to the next stage. So, Mr. Richard, Sir
Yeah.
Richard, since you were once a teacher, I can call you Sir, right?
Once a teacher always.
Yes, always a teacher. So, what are the eligibility criteria? What did they look for? You were saying the Ghana Army, because of your height, you were not able to join. So, with the
Yeah.
UK Army, what are the requirements?
Okay. For the UK, they don't look at any standard like your height, your body size, and other stuff. They don't look at that.
Mm.
What they normally look at, because is the age limit is 35 plus 6 months. So you should be 35 plus 6 months. If you are above that, you cannot join. But if you get like 35 plus 2 months and um you get like appointment to join it, you are good to go to join. But
Okay.
if you are 35 plus 6 months, you cannot join. And that
Oh,
age, you are the age of 35 going, you see, your body is like it can't compete with that their training. I will come to that one.
oh,
Their training is a little bit harder. I would say it's harder because I passed through a
hey,
lot. I will come to that one. So it's
hey.
35 plus 6 months to qualify
Okay.
you. And also, if you come to the assessment center, they have like 2K run. 2K run. What I would say is like if you go to, I hope everyone has been to stadium when you were in senior high or something like that. The stadium park that we have, either Accra or Kumasi, the stadium park, the one that we run, it's like 5 times of it will give you the
Hey.
2K. Yeah, like the
Okay.
5 you have to finish under 10 minutes. Under 10 minutes, we have different roles. So it depending on your role. If your role is like to finish like within 8 minutes, you have to run that five and finish within 8 minutes. So if it exceed 8 minutes, meaning disqualify, you don't qualify to join that. If your role, for me, my role is engineering, so it's like our target was 9 minutes. So the 9 minute you have to run that stadium park 5 times, and you have to finish in between the 9 minute. If it's 9:01, disqualified. So that one is the 2K. The next one we have something that we call medicine throw ball. Medicine throw ball is something like a ball. It's like a football, but it's very heavy. It weigh a little bit heavier. So it's like you throw it if ahead of you. So it's like they will mark some they will put some mark ahead of you. So if you have to throw it and pass through like 3 meters ahead of you, and everyone can do that because it's not all that harder for you to do it. And we have what we call necktie pull. Necktie pull is also like a metal that lifting something. So you lift it, and they will measure like the height or something like that, that you were able to do it. So that one, they will check it and see if you qualify to be that. But the most important thing is the 2K run. The 2K run, if you're able to pass that one, then you are good to go. But nowadays, before I joined, a year before me, there were one guy who came here, and they said he was running 2K, and he fell down, collapsed, and passed away. So he was dead. So it's like it gave them the opportunity to check, do postmortem, and based on their postmortem, they came out that the person was a sickler. So nowadays,
Oh,
all Commonwealth people, they do what we call sickle cell. So it came to a
okay.
point that that Commonwealth, our main issue is sickle cell. For me, I passed through that sickle cell because they find out that my sickle cell trade. Sickle cell trade is like we have a sickler,
Okay.
and
Yes.
we have
So your ears,
yes in between. So it's
something
like that
like
one,
that.
and
Okay.
they will train you. If it were to be Ghana, they will disqualify you. But this one, they will not disqualify you. Train you, and they will check your heart rate, everything for you to pass what they want to do. So it's like when I was doing my sickle cell training, um those who were fit, like the normal people, they were running like the speed that they want. And for me, sickle
Yeah,
cell,
they are very strong.
yeah, they set a heart rate for me. So if I'm running and I reach my heart rate, I have to stop and walk, whilst they are also running. And I will say, what?
Oh.
Are we all going to do the test? And they are running, but meanwhile, I can
And
see
you are
myself,
walking.
but the heart rate is telling me to walk. So if you run and the officer sees you that, what is your heart rate? And I say maybe 70, and it's 70, your height rate is 70, and you are running up more than 70, you have a problem, because you want to put them into a problem, because what they are telling you is what you have to do. Even if you walk the 2K and your heart rate tells you that you have to do the 2K by walking, you have to do it by that way. So you gain your stamina to do your 2K. So it's not easy. So I will come out with those things, the training. So it's like as I was saying, the criteria that you were saying, they don't have any qualification like be a university graduate or something like that. No, if you're SS graduate, you can join the UK Army, because when you come here, we have people from the Nepal who always come here,
Okay.
and they can't even speak the English, isn't it?
Wow. So what do they do? Those who can't speak the English, are they given training or something? Are they
Yeah,
trained in English?
yeah. You by all means you have to speak, because they will be speaking their language, and they also, as for them, the UK Army goes to the Nepal. We call them the Gakis. They go there to train them and bring them over here. So it's like as time goes on, you then what have to learn how to speak the English. They have what we call function skills. So for me, for instance, I was a graduate because I completed university before coming here. So when they look at my English, they say that I'm not to do the function skills. That's the one that they do like the IELTS and other stuff. So I'm not to do that one because the my qualification is above that. But people whose qualification is below that, they have to do function skills, and the army will pay and they will teach them how to what um, write, speak, and write and do certain things. It's easy, like the one that they do in Ghana. So it's like UK army, they don't look at any criteria. That's all.
Oh,
That's
then
what.
that's cool. Then that's
Uh,
good. So then, um, if I don't know, somebody sent the link to me some time back, and I was trying to fill the link. I mean, fill the form, and at a point they said they were asking when I will be in UK for the interview. Must you be in UK for interview? I mean, we are in the modern world and everything can be done online. Can the interview take place online? Or I will
The
have to be in UK for
the
the
interview
interview
that
to
they
be done?
the interview that they were talking about is like the assessment, isn't it? The assessment. So the assessment is where you will come to the UK and you do that 2K run, the medicine throw ball, the pull-ups and other stuff. So after your all these things, then you will sit one on one with an officer and they will be asking you a question. And the interview is not it's not anything like it's like they will for me, the officer when I finished my 2K run and other stuff, the officer called me and said, um, you are welcome. And I said, oh, thank you. And he said, what's your name? And I said, NT Richard. And say, from where? I said, Ghana. Oh, Ghana. I know Ghana, Accra. And he said, oh, okay. So where are you from? Are you from Accra? And I said, oh, no, I'm from Kumasi. I said, oh, shit. My friend is from Accra. I've been to Accra. And I said, okay, that's fine. So let me tell you something. And I said, okay, I'm listening. This particular thing, job that you are coming to do, you are not doing for yourself, but rather you are doing for your family, your friends, and and your children. So I was contemplating, like, what is he saying? A white man telling me this. So later on, I realized that, and it's true because I'm not doing for myself. Because when I joined the army, what I was thinking is to bring my family over, and the next one is to help my friends. So if
Okay.
I join the army, if it was to be travel to abroad and work for myself, I'm okay. But in case you join the army, then you find a way of bringing your wife, bringing your kids, bringing your parents, and also a friend may even ask you for invite and other stuff. And so it's true that you are not doing for yourself, but rather doing for your family and your friends. And it's true. So what he said, I kept it in my mind for this time. And it's true, and it has worked perfectly for me as well, isn't it? So it's like that was the question that he asked me, and he asked me, what job role do I apply for? And I said, I wanted logistics, and he said, there's no logistics, it's full. So we are giving you infantry, and I told them I don't like infantry, and he said, okay, let's pause there because accept infantry. Therefore, I have to put infantry in front of you, but let's keep it later on. And I said, okay, no problem. That's the interview that he did with me. So it's not
Okay.
anything, just to know
Anything
you.
you need.
They just want to know who you are.
Who you are.
Yes,
Oh, that's good.
it's not any interview that you. No, they don't do anything. It's serious. Yeah.
So then, I wanted to know again, what are the roles that you can apply for?
Okay. For now, there are certain rules that you can apply, but a lot of them you cannot apply because Commonwealth, what I know nowadays for the Commonwealth is infantry. Infantry. For me, the role that I decided to apply for was a driver when I was back home because the friends of mine that we started the application, they said, as for driver, you will not be going for war and other stuff because you'll be driving and other stuff. So we decided to go for that. So later on, when I came here, because I used different route to come here, that one we come to that. When I came here, I decided to go for logistics because I have accounting background. I hold accounting and mathematics degree. So I decided to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But here our certificate, they don't value anything. Yeah. So it's like
Oh,
I decided that one. I don't know if the question that you're asking me, the answers that I'm giving you is like I'm coming from my experience and also things that I've seen.
Yes, yes, yes. It is
If I
because
go ahead, if I should
most
go
of them
ahead and
are.
say, should I go ahead and say it? Because there are certain things that I have
Yes,
I should go ahead and say it.
yes. Please, you can go ahead and say it. We
Okay,
are learning
then
from your experience, so that when we also go through it, we know that okay, Mr. Richard did this, so I can do this, so I can do that. You know.
okay, then let give me that opportunity because all your questions will come from what I'm going to say. So it's like
Okay.
yeah, as I was saying, I was a teacher at first. That one is already done.
Yeah.
So I got I got an invitation from the army to come and join the British Army. So I was thinking that so far as you got an invitation from the British
Me.
Army, definitely if you apply for visa, you not get a refusal.
Refusal.
We did application. We were 9 people we did this application. Even you have to have a sponsor in the UK before you can come here.
Oh, okay.
That family that I joined, they were having some family members in the UK. But later
Okay.
on, when it got to a point that we needed the help to get someone in the UK to like sponsor us to use his or her document to attach to our application, we didn't get that. And for me, I didn't have any family member in the
But in
UK.
UK. So
I
how
don't
did
have
you get
family.
there?
Yeah, so it's like I don't have any family member who has even traveled.
Wow.
There is a saying
Wow.
back home that the only trained teacher in the family. So it's like I didn't have anyone
Wow.
in the UK. So it's like I decided to do the application. So we went to see a connection lady. I will not say a man, a lady, and she did our visa application. She
Okay.
did everything, and we were even praying that we've even reached to the point that we are going. So I went in for a loan as a teacher, not knowing there is going to be a bad locker at the end.
Yeah.
So later on when um I got a message that they have refused me. That day I was in school. When I saw the
Was
message,
that the first time or the second time?
first time
Okay.
I was in school. So when I got the message, I was I was I was teaching. So I got the message and I even walk out and they say hallelujah. I've got a message from the UKVI, meaning I'm going. Oh, the moment I opened the message, I got a shock. The loan, what I was thinking about was the loan because the loan that I
Yeah.
took to do this application was a huge amount of money. How am I going to pay this particular money? And I've even like informed that I'm losing
You are
this because
traveling.
I'm losing this, I'm traveling, I'm losing this, I'm traveling. I was in Ghana and even all my things I sold them for this particular.
Oh,
So
sorry
later,
about that.
yeah, so later on I said, fuck's sake. And it's not me. All the 9 people also got refusal. So that gave me like I was even happy that it wasn't me alone because
Only
if
you. Okay.
8 of them were able to pass through, then I will say, oh, my family members, why have you?
Yes, your village people, but it wasn't
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Hmm.
So later on, I was doing this particular application with my friend, and later on, my friend decided to go by a school, so that
Okay.
my friend were able to go. So later on, he also came to the UK and tried to go to the army center and apply for the army, and they told
Okay.
him that they are not recruiting anymore. So
Okay.
I spoke to him, and he said, "Why don't you use the school to come?" And
Oh,
I said, okay,
okay.
I'll try. So I called the army. I gave them like more pressure. Like, why is it that the army has given invitation and they have
And then
refused
they are
me?
still
Have-
refusing you.
And the army told me that they they do their work as the army, and the immigration do their work as immigration.
As
So they can,
immigration.
yeah, they cannot interfere their work. That's why I agree with it, because they cannot interfere. So
Yeah.
they told me what the immigration will ask me, I should provide it for them.
Provide for them.
Or if
Okay.
they give me the invitation, it doesn't necessarily mean that
You're
I'm
going to
there.
get a visa.
Yes. So that thing now even came to my mind and say, oh, okay, that's fine. Even now that I'm talking, I'm a military person, but now you see the route and the protest that's going on. If it were to be
Hmm.
Ghana, it's like they will send the military to go and shut down everybody.
Yes.
But is that we are there, we heard nothing. Even we just even on leave today for 3 weeks. How can we shut down military to go on leave? So we are not working. If you call me, I will not come because I'm on leave.
Wait,
All the
wait.
military in this particular country, we are all on leave.
Mr.
Isn't it?
Richard, wait. We will come to that side. We'll come to that
Yeah.
side.
So
Before
it's like,
before you
uh-huh,
before you continue, I wanted to ask somebody who is currently schooling in the UK.
uh-huh,
Okay, somebody is schooling in UK, but then the person have heard that this opportunity is coming, and he or she aspired to join the military. Can he use? I mean, can he apply? Though he's on a student visa, can he apply for the military?
I would say yes,
Okay,
but um, there were some people who came here. I help a lot when I travel 2020. I help about 40 people to travel to the UK, and all of them were to be students. So it's like I try to refer them to join the army, but
okay,
because if they don't if they are not recruiting, you cannot join. So
you
the
can
moment you
join.
send a message, they will tell you that you don't qualify. But this time is the opportunity that
Okay,
they can put in their application. If they are able to pass through, hallelujah for them. If they are not, I can't say anything, because here it's like we don't have any say in the recruitment, because the recruitment is on its own.
oh,
I've seen it.
okay,
But we the military people, we don't have any say in the recruitment, because it's different entity. The civilians manage with that one, and we are in different side as well. So
okay.
for people in the UK, what they can do is they have to get a referral, and the
What's a
referral is,
referral?
yeah, the referral is to get somebody who is a regular serving member of the army. So when we say a
Okay,
regular serving member of the army is, for me, for instance, I'm a regular serving because I'm still in the army. So I can
okay,
refer. So I will take your contact number, your
okay,
email account, your full
okay.
name, and I will refer you and send you, and they will send you a message that Mr. Richard has referred you to join the
To you,
army.
okay.
Yes, and you accept it. Yes. If you accept it, yes, then you continue with the application. That's
Application. Oh, okay.
that's for the people in the UK.
In the
But
UK already.
I heard a lot of people have been calling me. A lot of people have been sending me message on WhatsApp and also TikTok, asking me that they've heard people saying that they need to get somebody who is in the army to refer them and other stuff. The referrer, for me, what I know is not for people
Outside
outside
of
the,
the UK.
but it's for people in the UK. But people outside the UK will use the link to apply it directly. But
Directly
people in,
to
yes, people in the
we use a
UK
referral link.
referrer, meaning those people who will be the referrer will be their sponsorship,
Oh, okay. Okay,
because
sure.
you need to have a sponsorship. as I was saying that when we got the invitation, we wanted to have somebody who was in the UK.
Was in UK to, yes. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so that, mhm.
I have the OPK here. OPK wants to ask a question. So OPK, unmute your mic, and then if you have a question, you can forward it to Mr. Richard. Okay.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. This is very insightful, and I'm very glad to join you, Mr. Richard and Kisiwa, on this show. And I was really following the case where you are giving your visa refusal incident, but it seems we got interrupted a bit. I really want to know how to um, get
The
you a
reason.
strong, yeah, like a strong visa application to secure a visa. That's what I want to know
Is it for the
for the
army?
UK
Yes, for the
Army.
army.
So
Yes,
I
for the
know,
Oh,
I
army.
know, yes, for the army, I
um,
know people have received medical forms to fill, and I do very soon they'll be receiving their
the
invitation and
invitation.
that process. So I want to know how best you can secure your visa.
Okay. What I will say is, you need to get a sponsor, and the sponsor is supposed to be somebody. Not anyone can be a sponsor in the UK. There are somebody who have traveled to the UK. The person doesn't have his or her, that one. I don't want to go there. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like owning nneɛma bi a wobɛtumi de ayɛ
Obviously,
adwuma.
media sponsor. Yeah.
Yes. So for instance, you have a brother who just traveled to school. That person cannot do it for you because we need dan a team no akasa bi a oba, you come and
What
stay
person?
with over here or something like that, isn't it? So you need to get somebody who has a room or a house or something like that to accommodate you. It doesn't necessarily mean that if you are coming to stay with that person. No, isn't it? Maybe you have in mind of somebody that you are going to stay with. But here is the case: it's just a formality. You are using it to the a track, have you seen it? So it's
Yeah.
like a no will be a different way. So the person that you get has to provide. We have something that we call proof of address. The proof of address is like the house that he is staying. He has to give like something like utility, showing that the house, everything is being by his or her name. The
Oh,
person
okay.
has with a bank statement. So the bank statement should be like, it doesn't necessarily mean that the person has to have money in their account or something like. No, it's not like that. This particular issue, I shouldn't go by our this language because
I
it's
understand.
so
I
I
understand. It is.
understand. I
It is
understand.
public.
yeah. If I do like that, it means that I'm showing up. You get of that Nigerian guy be to experience certain things and you
Yes,
know.
and then it caused problems for
So I
us.
don't know if your listeners, if they do understand the tree, I can go ahead and explain it
Yeah,
in
teach you
detail.
in
Yes.
Japan, I'll be to
So
market
some
you.
of them speak Chi, and some don't speak Chi. So you can speak the Chi. I mean, those who speak the Chi,
It's
they will
how
understand.
okay. Um, what I'm saying is because Assembia no can one year later on they will um take it and translate it and do whatever thing that they want to do.
Yeah.
The attorney says so unya sponsor na the sponsor no is what didn't crata and a sponsor the crata is what the sponsor or no yes the bank statement and she say it's can wom so it's scared them ni swakrampa no problem because we year adwuma every year you be which is two as one provided or non-identity send a card I will use who they were say and I say the visa and I say the passport in this animal one scanning in an ana three ɛsɛ wɔn san twɛrɛ letter nto so sɛ ɛyɛ ɔno asɛm asi ana ɔsɛ nipa asɛm asi ɔmbra ɛmɛtena ne nkyɛn ɛmɛyɛ dwumadie wei ɛno no nso so no ɛno no ne nneɛma a ɔno no bɛ provide de ama
Okay.
nti wuntumi obi bɛtumi aka sɛ makonya payslip makonya wei statement makonya wei it could be sɛ bi a mede saa payslip ne ma OPK ɛna OPK so forward ma kɛse wɔ a na kɛse wɔanya asaa no nti wɔde akɔyɛ abra a me na nkasa na meyɛ yi no I don't have any consent. Have you seen it? Nti ɛba
Yeah.
saa no a na yɛ sɛ yɛbɛbusa sɛ does the person have a consent ebia na wɔ no akɔtype wɔ deɛ so ɔho deɛ kyerɛ
Okay.
no na yɛ
Yeah.
sɛ ɛde problem ɛkɔba nti baako bɛnya na baako ɛnya na
Yeah.
akɔyɛ like nneɛma no ankɔ yie anaasɛ sei so ɔho deɛ
Okay.
kyerɛ no saa na ɛteɛ nti wonya saa ne consent ɛne saa nneɛma no amaka no nyinaa deɛ na wo ankasa no wo person no so no you need to get a bank statement a sika wɔ mu
Hey. The bank statements, no, should it be in your name or somebody can sponsor you from here too?
somebody can sponsor you but me time na me refuse no somebody sponsored me and that
Okay.
person was having a huge amount of money in the account. They told me
Wow.
say the money that is passing through that account, they don't understand. They don't know the source.
The source of the money.
Yes. And even they don't think say maybe sponsor no will use that huge amount of money to sponsor me for that trip. Into
Oh, okay.
the original no money akasa. But you are not there to explain to them say. So
Okay.
there
I
are
get you.
certain people right now no remember say your father baby na ya say and you rub baby you near be na ya adwuma bie for certain things do you get what I'm saying nti no say ha na ewura minimum ade e bebusa wa ha nti no say no emie musa kura na wo waye because you can know what they need you say they need documentation. The documentation abrebia no or application bibia baby and I say yeah documentation into a ebia misika 20,000 be abefrem 20,000 no actually letter to so the 20,000 na muhu wo me bank statement ni mo no actually say bia masasi bia na me brother na send ma me no actually letter na to so now the stamp esi so me brother na send ma now what's the different letter say a year 20,000 me asemasi a hu me din o bank statement me na me de eto me nua na ayim nti eno sa no hu sa 20,000 na onka ho hwe wo beka hu bibia wo hu se wo de letters akaka ho a e be kire mu
Okay.
akire no ba nkire mu
Sure.
ankire no se wo so me so je 5,000 e de na 20,000 ti mi beda wa accounts mu boom where did you get that money you
Money
are not there
from.
you are not there to answer that question isn't it
Okay.
so it's
I
like
get.
it will be no or they refuse you because of that to the time I will bet you the becono now it's too late
Okay.
that's what I always do for omo me school ni mo
The
me
mom.
school nipa me too kind for the past 2 years nipa 40 na yaba last year
Sir,
24 by
Mr.
last year
Richard, actual,
yeah
some of our
to
people are Nigerians, so please strip to English for me.
okay
And I know also you're coded.
eh
I know so you're coded, Anna.
hold on.
Because oh yeah, please to my Nigerian viewers, when he's done, I will summarize what he said. Okay,
Yeah
so please don't mind.
because
Somebody asked a question and he has to explain
yeah
it to the person's understanding
yeah
in the local language.
because of what I am in this particular country
I
because
understand.
if I say it because nowadays social media no a trendy baby have seen it. One here the over kind no be so be kana I say wo chere what said
Uh huh.
more. Okay, what no are you okay with it?
Hello, David.
Hello. Yeah.
Are
What
you
you want
okay
say?
with the
Yes. Yes.
answer?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm
Sure.
okay. I'm okay. So I think
Okay.
if I need further clarification, I think after that I can
Yeah.
contact.
So yes, after the live show, I will put Mr. Richard's TikTok link in my description. Okay, so you can all reach out to him on TikTok afterwards. But I want to briefly explain what he said. So what he said was David asked um, about what is it? Them how one will be refused or what will make one not to be refused visa. And then Mr. Richard mentioned that for you not to be refused visa, you should make sure that you have somebody there who has legal purpose and then stay. in UK. So the person can use his documents to cover you. He will use his ID and then he will write a letter to invite you into UK. It does not necessarily mean that the person should have enough money in his or her account, but he will also use his bank statement to cover you. Then I asked if you go into you need to have a bank statement, and he said yes, you should also have some funds in your account, which will also help you in your stay there. And he mentioned that for him, he used somebody's statements for the first time he tried applying for the visa. And what happened was he was refused because the money in the account was too huge. And so they were wondering how come somebody will use such a huge sum of money to fund his travel. So what he advised people to do is to explain how you got that money in the account. If it's a business you're doing, you should provide documents to prove that I'm a business person and then I've earned this amount of money. If you sold a land, if it's a gift, there should be legal documents backing every money that you have in your account. If it's savings, then we should have where that money is coming from, a source or a proof of that. So that's basically what we talked about. So to my Nigerian friends, yes, to Mr. Ofonodo, I'm not too clear with the name. He's a Nigerian person. So he said he's above 35 years. He's already above 35 years. Can he apply? And
I
Mr. Rita said that already, but I'll let him go over for us.
35 plus 6 months.
Okay, so he said if you are 35 plus 6 months, you can apply. If you are 35 plus 6 months and above, you cannot apply. So 35, 6 months and a day, you cannot apply. So that is it. Okay, so Mr. Richard, our time is
Uh,
going, but I still have to ask you questions.
yeah, let me come in this way.
Okay.
What I would tell your guys is, at first when I was applying, I opened a Gmail account which I was using previously. You see, when you are opening Gmail account, they ask of your date of birth and other stuff. But later on, people try to open different account and use different date of birth because it's not needed. So if you are applying that one and you use the Gmail account that you wish, the moment you apply for the army website, is going to take your old date of birth to display on the army portal. So you
Oh,
will never
okay.
know that because the moment you enter your Gmail account, it already capture your date of birth over there.
Ah, okay.
So for instance, I would say because I'm opening Gmail account, I don't want to use my rare date of birth, and I say
Date of birth.
yes, and I say I was born in 1st January 1985 to open that Gmail account, and that Gmail account that I used to apply for the army. So the moment I go to the army portal, that age will display at my army portal. So if you see it
Okay.
that way, what you have to do is to get a new Gmail
Document.
account.
Okay, email
Yes, a
account.
new Gmail account to open it. Other than that, if you use your previous ones or your old one that you use different age, which is not showing on your
Your
birth set
actual.
or passport or something like that, it is going to affect you because it will be calculating. Today you are 30 plus 1 day, you are 30 plus 6 months, you are 30 plus 2 months. That is what is being calculated.
Oh, okay.
So
Calculated.
they have
Okay,
eligibility.
I
So
get it.
if you give the link to them, they will check the eligibility and it will tell them if they qualify or they don't qualify.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So I want you to talk about the is it infantry, the role you said usually are given to the Commonwealth countries. Is it infantry or effantry? What is
Infantry.
that role? Infantry. What is it about? What was that? I'm not a military person, so those of us who are not into the military, we want you to explain a bit for us.
Infantry is they normally go on the war front. So as for
Hey,
them,
okay.
yeah, they will be on the war front because as for them they don't have any role. So if they are going for like peacekeeping or something like that, they will be going. Have you seen it?
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
infantry. Yeah. So if there is a war, those people will be in front.
I.
For me, I will be. If you are finding me, it will be like the last quarter 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 because eh,
Okay.
I'm
Is it
engineer. I
because? Oh, okay, you're
mhm,
an engineer now.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
and
So,
it
since you
doesn't mean
went there,
mhm,
have you gone for war or peacekeeping before?
la lie
Oh, yes. So a lot of people
because
have the perception that usually the Commonwealth countries, when they come, they send them out to for peacekeeping. So people don't want to join the army, the UK army, because they will send the blacks and then the Commonwealth for peacekeeping. So since you have confirmed that,
let me come in this one. That's why that's a perception because I
yeah,
told you that when I was in Ghana and we were applying for that, we were thinking that when we apply for this particular role, we will be on raw front and other stuff. But we decided to driver because driver you not go for war front.
you not go for war.
Yeah, and that perception is never true because for me, I was accounting a degree holder. So how come I became an engineer? Because you say that engineer is a science, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's never true because I'm engineer, I'm empty driver. So we build bridge. So here everything they will teach you everything that you have to know.
Okay.
Even there is a pass in swimming. When I was in Ghana, I never even touched water like a pool. But now
Yeah.
if you ask me to swim, I am a fish. I can swim like a fish. Because
Okay.
they try to teach me. You know your brother or your friend or Binti, they say
Uh-huh.
but he forced himself to also swim.
Swim.
He also, so it's like the same thing. So if he doesn't know anything, when you come here, is their duty or is their work to teach you, train you to become. If you are not fit, they have a place that they will put you to teach you, train you to become. Because the moment you put the pen on it to sign, they will give you 28 days. 28 days, if you want to um stop the army, stop. If you don't want, then the 28 days pass and it's 29. You can never leave the
Okay.
army.
You will be
Even
in
if
it.
you get injured, they would treat you. But now that I'm talking, I got injured, ankle injury. I fell from 12 feet wall and I got ankle
Oh,
injury. Yeah. And it has been there for 2 years that they are still treating me. I'm on physio, that I always go for physio and other stuff. So it doesn't permit me to stop the army because the years, if they said they would decide to, take me out, they have to pay me because through that I got this injury. Have you seen it?
yes. Yeah.
That's it. So it's like the moment you come and they accept you that you have to, even no matter how your size or your body size or something, they will train you and you'll be like a slim person and you join the army. You
But
also
you don't look
them.
slim, Mr. Richard. You don't look slim. Is it that
No,
the army is treating you well, or
no, it's like when I was in the barracks, it's like there you'll be training, doing eating their food, you see. But now my wife is here, my sister is here, my kids are
I
here.
hear? So
They
I mean, life
feeding me,
is good.
feeding me with the local food, and I'm injured and I don't train any hard. So that's
Oh,
how.
okay. Good
But
for you.
now that we are on leave, I'm going to work on very massively because I have to upgrade from the injury. Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So for the training, you've seen bits and pieces of training here in Ghana. I mean,
Mhm.
on social media, our military, they are training, not all of it, but then some of it. And then you were also in the cadets. You said there were military men training you.
Yeah.
Comparing comparing what you've seen here and then the training you went through, which one is more difficult?
You see, the Ghana training is what I would say. Ghana training is it's like I don't want to. If, if Ghana training, what I would say is like uh omusho money, yeah.
Okay.
But here it's not like that. I had training, is something like do this one yeah no ebiniha.
Okay, so please, my Nigerian people, what he's trying to say is that in Ghana, they try to kind of maltreat the new recruits, something like that. That's not the appropriate word, but then that's the word I can use. Kind of maltreat you. I mean, if you don't do something, they'll punish you unnecessarily. That's what he meant by that.
Clap you or something like no, here they don't do that. They will not beat you.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you're in UK and you say you are from Africa and these words, fuck sake, fuck you, what the what the hell, those words, shit, fucking hell, those words. If you say you are from Africa in these words, that's the words that the army will use on you. Maybe you do this one, fuck sake, what the hell, what guy.
Okay.
I'm coming. There are some guys approaching me. I'm coming.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. So it's like it's very very hard for you to do that. Have you seen it?
Okay.
Uh,
So you personally, how are you able to go through the training? Did you prepare before going to UK?
um, no, I would say no because my motive was to come to the UK, not to join the army,
Okay.
but for like in a form of using that to come.
Get to
Have you seen
what
it?
you want. I understand.
But when I
Okay.
came and it was a COVID time, and also you need to get your documents. So when I came later on and I called them, and that time my documents were not even in. So I came to school and
Oh, okay.
the BLP that they were supposed to give me, as for me, those people who came, only me, I didn't get my BLP. So it's like I was in the country without any BLP. So I
So
called my support.
what's BLP?
That's biometric resident permit.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the document that you have to have here. So I
Okay.
called my supporting manager concerned about that, and she advised me on that. And I was telling because of the COVID, they said they will give it to me later on and other stuff. Not knowing, she called the if you can see him for not to ask of it.
Okay.
And I was shaking like that. And he said, I called them and they said you've not put in any application. And I said, yes, because of the COVID, they say it will come. Not knowing I've not even asked anyone. And she as for my supporting manager, I don't know her. I didn't know her. Even
Okay.
I've not even seen her before. But she was a guardian angel for me because I've passed through a lot. But it will be a different day that we will talk about
We'll
that.
talk
But
about this. Yes, we'll definitely come back to talk about other stuff. So
so your guys, is that all the question that they want to ask? Because time is far gone.
I have few questions again to ask. You being a black there, was there any racial actions towards you? Were they racist towards you, the whites?
And
Were
there's this a
they
mechanic. This a mechanic
Pachakawachium?
because
Pachakawachium.
yes, baby abekobia no. You can't
Oh.
say if you are be muti and correct because me training time no. Me nkwa na me tuntum. Actually the
Wow.
tuntum. beka ho omu yi no omu wo na se me yi ni firi ho esa akoba se me na ese omu yi me firi ho ba ye panyini pa na opem asem nti ni yekọ dwumadie bi ni eye dwumadie bi ma akoba se omu di omu ani besi me so mbe ya na nke yi me firi because me nko na mabeka wo ti omu ye me so no isan se ma kira de da ma dwen mu do ne sa ne man odi oye panyini odi oye hwan a me chen no go me ba na me wo 30 years
Okay.
nti no me chen no nti no de obeka bia no me no omu gina won obi timi gina ho uhu se wo ho asem no ka ba on ka mahwe wani mu ba wo gina ho uhu sign no on say be before yeah at times near the near man sa near man due
Uh-huh.
me no me hu se me ye bibi na se o ka se koye we na wo hu se ade na ye no anye ni ya o ko gina obi nchen a hu se wo ho asem no okwakoka nti no sa ne basa na me ko nyina no ma dwen no ma so no nyina ye ayi kakra ehwe de obeka nti nani beto mani mu na se o pese onyi nani kakra omu di say yini di ba ko no so ye Ghana ni sa obi ko ejanan so ba omu si obi akọ wan frashe
Uncle Flasher.
yes na ye wo ho dada no na sa ade ne ye den go fu yi
Anyhow.
no omu no mo gu na den na sa ade ne ye den eni ho enti no se sa ade ne ni ho na we ne nko aba ne de eyi on na be ye na omu ye wo na se ma yi be yi ono so so ye de free mi wa so enyo ono
Yeah, you need for us in your pamono.
ye twen ne san se ba sa na ye twen se ye twen wo san nti
Okay.
ya bo adu ne se bia ye de bi se nti e bia wadru week 5 and e do ba bia week 3 ene sa
Oh,
aha
wow.
ene sa ne man nti no ekoye bi se na akoye eye ha adwen ene no mo ye sa pa ye nam se nti no amamani anje wo mu
Nkaho.
because ye no mu ne nhye den di nkomo woni o mu di nkomo a ono woni wo ndi nkomo woni wo be di nkomo a no ohia bibi eduru si ekọ ye dwumadie bi se bia se munya ade wi me hu nsa ade no me
Bet
betimi
me.
aya wo wadwen no o mu mfa enso o mu no susu no o mu ko school o
Bet
mu ko
me.
ba
Yes.
o mu ni mi enso enna mo mo kasa na o mu ah sister ye ntwa
But show you what? You be just okay. So the last question here. Sorry, my last question is, what are the benefits that comes with this? I mean, joining
oh
the army benefits a womb,
okay
the
for
UK
me
army.
for instance there I've been in the army for almost since 20 maybe about 2020 no na ma 2021 to this time which is 3 to 4 years here
Okay.
but a lot of benefits I mean sika nhye denim ba benefit ne wo sika na enim ne nkyere se ye twa wo sika de ba ba wo de bagana de na se wo de ko Nigeria ye sika kese de ba ye kase sika ni mu a obi a oye adwuma foforo bi wo baby no agi sika se no
Oh, okay.
because and they say ya breaky we could try some job be na say me buy nti wono no betimi aka say oh this man me pese me nyes kase no over time one time next anema obetimi ayi de bia ba yes so ye nya adwuma weekends ye nya adwuma
Oh, okay.
Friday ya close no one no just a Monday cry be I report till 10 o'clock in the morning no might
Hey,
be as
you can reach your bed, do that. Racism.
nti no akɔyɛ bi sɛ sika nim ba mfaso wɔ mu ne sɛ aha no medical treatment no ɛyɛ free for army personnel ɛnyɛ wo for family
Oh, okay.
and accommodation mete 3 bedrooms house apartment government ne fa mu 75% na me metwea mu 25%.
25%. Okay.
Yes ana mewɔ akonnwa nso so ɛkɔfa a meyere ɛbaeɛ my wife my 2 kids ɔmo nso so
Yeah.
aba ha sɛ buy more so about joining me. They have 5 years, 5 years. Till later on,
Oh,
maybe Yes, me benya British book na then I will put them also on. And CCR no so na ma join. When say I don't hold the British book there, but akora bi a mawu ne bia no. Say me wo ne Ghana, say me wo ne Ethiopia, me wo ne hwan British ni.
Okay.
And another benefit so say I say just ane kura me no exempt expiring date na so. The term
Oh, okay.
bia me pese
Basi
me nko
akwaba.
metimi akọ Ghana me tu kwan ma ba Ghana kwa is it 4 or 5 times
Wow.
anytime
That's
be amet we kura sama me kase ba me ba na sa ba ene sa na ma no ene sa akonya na ewo mu na yi no ana aso wonam so so am fan say obi nya yi ha na yenhye uniform fan nam no we
oh,
don't wear
okay.
uniform empe sa de no nti se obi a obehu se obi atumi out kwan aba ha busa ne se wo nua na so tu kan busa se wo hu so jani o hye uniform da wo hu bi da
Okay.
obi hu bi da because sɛ wobɛhu bie bi a na wote daa baabi a sogyafoɔ no yɛ den ɛte a wohu sɛ bi a obi nam hɔ ɔkɔ aha anaasɛ ɔkɔ ha ɛnyɛ saa deɛ deɛ wonhu bi da
Okay.
sɛ wohu deɛ tia na ɛnyɛ saa so bi a meba fie na mawura shop bi tɔ adeɛ na wobɛhu sɛ mehyɛ m'ataade ɛyɛ sɛ
Atari.
nti benefit
Na
deɛ
school na school uko school utia fees and as a government need utia fees the amount.
sɛ memekɔ school ase sogyani no
Yes, as a military person.
ɛno no so yɛ the same
Benefit
75 yeah
75 to 25.
yeah and as a 80-20 was maybe something. It is I remember go school. Anna, I've gained a lot of qualification. I don't pay anything. Right now,
Okay.
I'm a military engineer, MT driver. I have what we call Cat C, military trailer, cargo cars. Na yeah, I have that license. I have license be 3 tanks, tankers, petrol, those kind of things, dangerous goods, echo different countries. Be a fresh card in ADR. So we need our card now. We need to come free. You can go Germany and go France and because I know I didn't pay anything. I have
Okay.
qualification, what we call crane, and on I just recently, last week Friday, crane near
Okay.
the ɛkɔ soro na hook bi sɔ so ɛpagya
Yeah.
ɛyi and those kind of things. I hold all this, but if you're in the civilian aspect, this qualification you have to pay huge amount of money before you
Money
can get
before you can get
what
it.
the army is paying. So if you have any UBANA, you have to do it in the army before you leave. But here no army no interesting to obi be frame me say me course so na adwene na say bia me ba me ni me course me no it's not like that but just to get more qualification attached.
Qualifications.
Yes, because omo na adwene say omo pese wo be free am minimum wo be kwa akwa stranded wo baby a nti
Oh,
no
okay.
odwuma onyansa no odwuma we wonya we nti wo free am minimum na woyɛ adwuma ɛna before so wobɛfiri army no no they make sure say when you're adwuma wei a the pay is good for
Oh,
you
yeah.
you have
Oh,
you have a
okay.
place you have a place to stay before they can leave you say yɛgya wokɔ ɛnyɛ sɛ bi
Okay.
a woka sɛ megyae ne yɛaka sɛ gyae no saa kwa na wokɔ ne nam na aberɛ a
Okay.
wonya
Now,
adwuma
now.
wonya
Okay.
baabi nna no they will not do that they will have to make sure that watumi arente ama rente adwuma bɛyɛ na wɔkɔ akɔyɛ mekɔyɛ bi a warehouse adwuma yɛafa wo ane okay ɛne yɛasan krataa na ma wokɔ that's what they
Okay.
will do nti ame no aha me no akɔyɛ bi te sɛ eh,
I said, what do
gye
you see out there?
qualification ne saa kɔ
Patients, no. Okay.
because ha yɛnyɛ ɛdeɛ na ɛnyɛ hwee I don't
Yeah.
do anything oh yeah
Okay. Okay. So please, to my foreigners, I asked what benefits you gain from joining the army, and then he said that for money, as in physical cash, you not get enough. I mean, it's not much compared to somebody working or doing other jobs. But the benefits are with your health. Your health is fully covered. He's been able to bring the family to the UK. He holds a British book which exempts him from um, Metarisha Pasha, then I'll kind of say exempt you holding the British.
Yeah. You can
Both no,
travel
it exempt.
home, come back
Okay,
anytime.
so yes, so you can go home and then come to the UK at any time, and then also your rent. The government takes part of your rent, takes 75% of your rent, and then you will take the 25% of it. Then also you get to learn courses to improve yourself. So he has completed about 3 courses, okay, all relating to logistics, even more than 3 relating to logistics. I mean, that's what he's interested in. So he's been able to build himself in that aspect of it. And
My
then
solo drive.
okay, Minnesota driver. So I think that is basically all that he talked about. And then he said, for the courses that you learn, you see, what they basically do in the army is nothing. They don't do much in the army. So it will be better for you to go or help yourself through these courses, so that when you move out of the army, you'll be able to do something for yourself. And the UK military will not let you leave the army just like that. They'll make sure that you're able to secure a job with a good pay before they can release you to go. If you want to leave, they can release you to go and then work. So my very last question is, Mr. Richard, at what point, and after how many years can you leave the UK army?
Okay. The normal um contract is 12 years,
12 years.
but
Okay.
the least, you can live is 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Okay.
So if you take like 4 years, you can leave the army. They will not even restrict you. Why don't you spend the 12 years? No. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Even so far as you've gained what you want, you can leave at any point that you want. Nobody will
Okay.
restrict anything. I've seen
Okay.
it. So there is
Okay.
no restriction for you.
Restriction. Mutual
Any
then.
time
And,
that you wish, you can leave.
and when you're leaving, do they give you some ransom, like a huge sum of money or something, or something to appreciate you?
That's why I said before you can leave, they will make sure you get this
A
stuff.
good a
Or
good
yeah,
job.
but if you're injured, for me that injured, if I decided to leave, they will not pay me anything. But if I want the army to discharge me that they look at my condition and they say that
And
it's
then
critical.
you know.
Yeah, it's critical. I can't, continue with the army. So they are giving me a medical discharge. Then they have to pay me for that. They have to look at it and they say that, for you, you're empty driver. You are using your legs to,
Yeah, to
for that
drive.
matter, is disability. Disability meaning they have to pay you every month. You are not going to
Okay.
work. Because
Hey,
if I'm going to work for different company and it's my leg that I'm going to use to for the
used to
driving,
work. Yeah.
if I can't, because when I was coming, it's like when I was coming I was fully fit because I was not having any injury, and for that
Okay.
matter pay me for that. Is it Ghana light off, isn't it?
I think so. No. I don't think so. I don't think so. So I think the light is telling us to end the video here. So Mr. Richard, thank you so much for you
I think
for
I think
yeah.
um I think if you can do it in the daytime, but um, this time is evening, so people cannot even ask a lot of questions.
A lot of
But
questions.
you see, they are opening it on the 19th of this month.
I guess yes.
I think that will be where most of your people may even facing some challenges and other stuff. Then
Through the
I can
application. Okay.
I can be in the aid of assisting or helping them to, those who are willing to apply. So if
Okay.
you can arrange for, or you talk to your guys the specific time that you, because now I'm home, we are on
Okay.
leave.
Oh,
The evening,
okay.
the evening time for here is almost, it's 11:30 in the evening, so it's too late. So if you can arrange it earlier, so that they can be, because I know weekends people don't go to work and other stuff. Then they can do that.
They can
It's
join.
up.
Okay.
If you decide on anything, then you let me know. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, so thank you very much. So I will
Okay.
leave his TikTok in the description, and then you can personally reach out to him. So thank you so much, Mr. Richard, for honoring our invitation, and thank you, whoever joined us this evening. Thank you so much for also joining us. So we've come to the end of the live session. If you're watching this video, I mean, after it has ended, let me know your questions in the comment section. Okay, maybe in our next live session, I will ask him all those questions, and I'll try and then bring Mr. Richard. If you have other colleagues that can join us on the next live session, I'll be great, especially the females, so that they can also share their experience with us.
Is it the army people?
Yes, yes, those in the army. If we can get
The,
another, like a female, to also share an experience, we'll be grateful. So
the
they will
female.
have.
At times, you not get females a lot. Ghanaian female that are for is just one, or just one person that I've seen it.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
or Ben will be the person, but he can be on the head of, but he doesn't want to. So
He
I'll
wouldn't. He
okay.
wouldn't.
So I will try and see
Okay,
if I.
so thank you very much. And then thank you all so much. So we are ending the live here. And if you are joining now, please you can go back and then watch the whole thing. Okay, so it's a bye for now. Thank you all.